The FDA says it is now illegal for retailers to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. Right now at 10, we're asking local doctors and smoke shop owners about the potential impact. And new information tonight about a Christmas Eve murder investigation on the West Side. Plus, ahead of their game next week, the Badger football team blows off a little steam today at Disneyland. We'll have that story coming up.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Hello, everyone. First at 10, breaking news. An active silver alert right now in Columbia County. 68-year-old Kenneth Nelson was last seen in Poynette yesterday evening. He was wearing a Santa jacket and an orange bomber hat. He is 5 feet tall with blue eyes, gray hair, and a full beard. Kenneth is driving a silver Chevy Impala with Wisconsin license plate 775 RAX. The Food and Drug Administration says it is now illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under the age of 21. That comes as part of the $1.4 trillion spending package that President Trump signed last Friday. Gabriella Becerra spoke with both doctors and smoke shops today to get their take on the change. Gabriella?
Data from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services shows more than a quarter of high school students reported using e-cigarettes in 1 month. While a UW physician believes new legislation could change that, a general manager at a smoke shop is doubtful it could actually work.
Every day we have cigarette smokers come into our clinic, and what they say almost universally is that I rue the day that I started smoking as a teenager.
Dr. Michael Fiore says by raising the age to purchase tobacco products, the country is protecting young teens from permanent damage.
So many young people think they're invisible. They could have a cigarette or two and it won't have any effect. But for so many of them, they become addicted as teens, and they've got a monkey on their back, often for the rest of their lives.
Fiore says smoking causes a lot of acute illnesses in teens, such as pneumonia, worsened asthma, ear infections, sinus infections, and upper respiratory tract infections.
The benefits of making the age of purchase of all tobacco products 21 is going to be dramatic, it's going to be immediately, it's going to be long-standing.
As the general manager of a tobacco and vape shop right next to the UW campus, Landon Meskey says raising the age is the opposite of a solution.
I don't think it's going to help the problem. I think there's still going to be the same amount of people vaping. I'm just going to see less people up here.
Meskey predicts that teens will continue to buy products off of their friends, making the black market worse.
I think the big thing is we need more education out there. Just more knowledge, more studies done, long-term studies.
And Meskey says he'd be willing to educate parents about what their kids are using.
The new legislation was originally thought to not be enforced until the middle of next year. However, the FDA announced on its website earlier this week it is now illegal to sell all tobacco products, including e-cigarettes and vaping devices.
Gabriella, thank you. It has been another mild day today, but after some rain this weekend, temperatures will start to fall again. Let's get a first check on the forecast now. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield is here. Dave?
Well, Susan, it's been a very dry December with only ½ an inch of snow and barely even a 1/10 of an inch of liquid precipitation this December. That will change this weekend in a big way. But another dry day today with temperatures in the 40s for highs. After a cold front came through, though, this afternoon, we are noticing those temperatures cooler in the mid-30s with cloudy skies. Also 36 in Janesville, 32 in Waukesha and in the Dells, and 31 in Viroqua. Your day planner as we head into the next 12 hours or so, starting off in the upper 20s on Friday morning. Partly cloudy to partly sunny skies for Friday. Highs making it into the upper 30s, maybe some low 40s if those clouds aren't too stubborn tomorrow. After that, though, we do welcome in a big weekend storm that could provide us a lot of rain and even a little bit of snow or freezing rain. We'll talk about all the threats in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dave. After more than a day on scene, Minneapolis firefighters have finally extinguished the last of the flames at the Drake Hotel. 3 people were hurt and 250 displaced after a fire tore through the building, which started early Christmas morning. The former luxury hotel served as temporary and transitional housing. A cause is still being determined. A man from Minnesota was killed by a falling redwood tree while hiking at Muir Woods National Monument in California. According to the sheriff's office, the victim is a 28-year-old from Edina, Minnesota, near Minneapolis. Authorities say he was on a trail Christmas Eve with 2 other hikers when the tree fell and hit him. The second person was also hit by the tree but was taken to the hospital, while a third person escaped unharmed. A tragic end to the search for a 5-year-old Michigan boy with autism who went missing on Christmas Day. Bo Belson was last seen playing with relatives outside of his grandmother's house in Montcalm County. Around 1,000 volunteer searchers came from miles away to help. The pond next to the house, which was partially covered with ice, was one of the first places searched, but police found no sign of the boy. However, around noon today, a state police diver certified in ice searches found the boy's body in the pond. Michigan State Police say there are no signs of foul play. We now know the name of the person who was killed on Christmas Eve on Madison's west side. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office says she is 63-year-old Sheila Green, saying she died of a gunshot wound. It happened on South Midvale Boulevard. Madison police arrested Joseph Green of Madison yesterday morning in connection with the shooting. Police have not confirmed the relationship between the two. In Rock County, police are looking for the people responsible for several car break-ins this week. In this surveillance video, a man is seen rummaging through an unlocked car in Evansville. Police there say they've seen a number of break-ins and even a stolen car this week. And they are reminding people to lock car doors and make sure you remove any valuables from inside. Police in Waukesha say a Chicago man has died after being hit by a train earlier this week. The train hit the 33-year-old man Tuesday morning. The conductor saw the man on the tracks but was unable to stop in time. The accident remains under investigation. Police in Milwaukee are asking for help from the public to locate a hit-and-run driver after a woman was hit and killed while walking her dogs on Christmas Eve. The woman, 36-year-old Jamie Hansen, was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say they're looking for a dark-colored 2002 to 2007 Jeep Liberty with expected damage to a roof ladder or bike rack. This is at least the 6th serious hit-and-run crash in Milwaukee since October. 2 young men are dead following an overnight crash near the city of Janesville. Officials say one 19-year-old and one 20-year-old were driving on Rockport Road when they swerved to avoid an oncoming car and hit a tree. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene.
As the vehicle that was involved in the accident was traveling eastbound, there was a westbound vehicle, and according to the witnesses and co-workers behind the vehicle, said that it was kind of straddling the center line. So it appears that the driver took evasive action in order to avoid a head-on collision, and as a result of that, lost control of the vehicle, then ultimately collided with the tree.
Maurer says an investigation is ongoing. The Madison School District has announced 3 finalists for superintendent. Dr. Matthew Gutierrez is a superintendent in Seguin, Texas, near San Antonio. Dr. Marguerite Vanden Wingard is an assistant professor of educational leadership at the College of St. Rose in Albany, New York. And Dr. George Eric Thomas is deputy superintendent for the Georgia State Board of Education in Atlanta. Each candidate will come to Madison to meet staff members and attend public listening sessions in January. As the Badgers prepare for the Rose Bowl in California, fans back home are getting decked out in UW merchandise. The University Bookstore says Rose Bowl hats are selling the best this year. The store started selling the gear just one day after it was announced that the Badgers were heading back to Pasadena. Half of the money raised with UW trademarked items goes to athletics, and the other half goes to fund scholarships. Ahead of the game next week, the team is blowing off a little steam today. The Badgers posted this video to their Facebook page. They spent the day at Disneyland. This is the offensive line going down Splash Mountain. The Badgers will battle the Oregon Ducks in the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day at 4 p.m. TMZ is reporting that Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick have taken their relationship to a new level, buying an estate in Malibu, California together for $28 million. According to the report, the house is 4,600 square feet. It features 4 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, a 2-bedroom guest house, and a swimming pool. The article says the two actually rented the home over the summer, and they became owners in November. Still ahead tonight at 10, it has been a record-breaking year for Amazon. Plus, an avalanche is caught on camera at a ski resort in Switzerland. The video when we come back.
For an accurate forecast you can trust, watch First Alert Weather.
There is new concern tonight that Notre Dame may have suffered too much damage in that fire last spring to be saved. While under construction in April, a fire, you'll recall, ravaged the 12th century cathedral, destroying its roof and causing its spire to collapse. Notre Dame's rector says there is a 50% chance the structure might not be saved, explaining the cathedral is still very fragile. French President Emmanuel Macron wants to rebuild Notre Dame in time for the Paris Olympics in 2024. Restoration is not expected to begin until 2021 and is anticipated to take years. Amazon says it had its best holiday season ever this year, although it did not release specific figures. The e-commerce giant was aided by sales of tens of millions of its own gadgets. Amazon said its top sellers this holiday season included the Echo Dot, the Fire TV Stick, and Echo Show 5. The Alexa-enabled devices have been huge hits for Amazon in the past several years. Amazon also said third-party product sales increased by a double-digit percentage over last year. A Christmas gift at a Michigan zoo. A critically endangered black rhino calf was born on Christmas Eve. The yet-to-be-named calf was standing on his own after about an hour and a half. Black rhinos are close to extinction due to illegal poaching and habitat loss. According to the World Wildlife Fund, only about 5,500 of them are alive in the wild today. A survey of Wisconsin bank executives shows the state's economy should remain in good shape and a solid year of lending is expected in 2020. The poll by the Wisconsin Bankers Association shows 95% of the bankers rated the economy as good or excellent. None of them consider it to be poor. About 75% of the bankers polled expect the economy to stay the same in the next 6 months, and about 1 in 4 expect it to grow. Well, check out this video from Switzerland today. At least 2 people were injured and several were buried in snow when an avalanche hit a ski resort in the Swiss Alps. 6 people were rescued or freed themselves from the snow. The 2 people with minor injuries were flown to a hospital. Police said. A rare sight today in Southern California. A powerful winter snowstorm shut down a freeway about an hour east of Los Angeles. The California Highway Patrol shut down the 15 freeway this morning because conditions were so bad with a combination of snow and ice, and it comes at a very bad time. AAA says today is the busiest travel day of the year. We can't buy any snow around here. There's another mild day today, and that's going to stick around for Friday, but then some rain this weekend, right?
Yeah, mostly rain. There could be some points where we briefly get a little bit of snow, but none of it really expected to accumulate. And we are expecting quite a bit of rain in some spots, in fact, as a powerful weekend system takes shape. That's our fantastic channel, News 3 Now, channel3000.com. And this is our monthly snow and rain total, and really there's not much to see here, folks. Our biggest measurable total was about 0.04 of an inch of rain on the 9th, a couple of days of 0.2 of an inch of snow the 1st of the month and the 16th. And that's it. Really, a very dry December has been taking shape up until this point. Now, we're going to end up, I think, if we do get that rain to materialize, actually being pretty close to normal overall, just based on 2 days worth of rain, because the system that we are in store for is going to be quite powerful and could pack a punch in the way of about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall. More on that in just a little bit. Live look in Madison at dry skies on the WISC-TV Skycam. Cloudy skies still, and those clouds will be with us overnight. Today's high early in the day, but still near 50 degrees, just a hair off of the record set back in 1936 of 50 degrees, still about 20 to 25 degrees above normal for this time of year. West of us, temperatures were in the 30s, close to 50 in Madison, and near 60 and even above 60 close to the lakeshore in portions of southeastern Wisconsin. So those temperatures are staying relatively mild, not as mild tomorrow, but still running about 10 to 15 degrees above normal for this time of year. Well above normal on Saturday and Sunday. The rain starts on Saturday. Temperatures will be near 50 degrees for highs in the mid 40s on Sunday. And then the bottom drops out a bit as a cold front comes through. But still, even as we're in the low 30s for Monday and New Year's Eve Tuesday, That's still about 5 degrees above normal for this time of year. But our attention is on that weekend system. Spots in Minnesota, the Dakotas into Nebraska. Winter storm watches in effect already. Could be some serious snow for those folks. So if you are traveling north and west over the next couple of days, definitely stay tuned to the forecast there. It will be a soggy weekend for us. Should be dry on Friday, though, with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s expected tomorrow. Just depending on how much sunshine we get, we could see some stubborn clouds set up once again. Saturday morning, we'll have to watch closely because there is a slight chance of a few areas of some freezing rain or some snow showers initially. Note these temperatures here, folks. This is Saturday morning at 6. We're looking at temperatures right around 30 degrees, so just below that freezing mark. But watch how quickly those temperatures rise into the 30s and our main mode of precipitation becomes rain. Then the rain is coming at us for most of the day on Saturday. Saturday night, we could see some heavy downpours, even a few rumbles of thunder, not out of the question, into Sunday, where we will have the chance of some rain showers before some snow showers are possible on Monday. No real accumulations expected there, but rain accumulations of about an inch to an inch and a half, maybe close to 2 inches for southwestern Wisconsin, not out of the question, and that could push us up on the wettest years list from 7th to about 5th by the time this weekend is done. 7 to 10 day forecast is showing those 30s returning for Monday and Tuesday. For New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we're quiet with temperatures in the 30s. As we start 2020, the new decade, a few rain and snow showers are possible by Thursday.
And actually, those temperatures aren't bad for the beginning of January.
Really
either.
not.
Yeah. Continuing on. All right, thanks a lot, Dave. Coming up in sports, the Packers have 3 goals in mind when they head to Detroit this weekend. Kevin has the details next.
The last and only Packer to get 20 total touchdowns in a season was running back Ahman Green in 2003. Current Packers running back Aaron Jones leads the NFL with 19 total touchdowns this season, 16 rushing, 3 on the ground, or 3 through the air, rather. He's also 16 away from 1,000 rushing yards. He'd be the first back to hit that mark since Eddie Lacy in 2014. Jones, the Packers' 5th-round pick in 2017, dodged reporters during today's media session, but his teammates want him to hit both milestones during the regular season finale in Detroit.
He's earned it. He ran really hard all year and been a big part of our success. 20 touchdowns would be fantastic. I don't know the last time. Tom probably does when a back had 20, but that's a pretty big number for running back.
He's always been a confident guy. I don't know if he's ever told you guys about when he first got here. I called out and said that he was going to be the player that he is today. So I'd like to take a little bit of credit for that. But yeah, he's a great player. He's obviously contributed a lot to this team's success as far as putting points on the board.
The battle that all winning teams win is the turnover battle. The Packers gave 3 to the Vikings Monday night. Head coach Matt LaFleur said they're treating Sunday's game at Detroit like a playoff game, and they can't afford any more sloppy play if they want to win and earn a first-round bye.
Once you put that on tape and you see their intent from a defensive unit, that's something that they're going to be talking about all week, and that's going to be an added emphasis. They're always, punching at the ball. They got a couple out on us when we played them last time. It was a 1-point game that went down right to the end, and so we're going to have our work cut out for us.
Wisconsin head coach Paul Chryst's family went to Disneyland on vacation. Chryst has coached in Rose Bowls, so he has the Southern California geography down. But it never gets old. 2 iconic pieces of Americana, Disneyland and the Rose Bowl, make it 3 with Mickey Mouse. A lot of players on the roster going to one or both for the first time, and it's just like a time machine for a head coach to watch his second family soak it all in.
Now getting to see players that you're coaching and to see them have fun together, it's pretty special. Just seeing our players experience Disney, we got a lot of them this first time, right? And to be able to experience that in itself is special, and yet when they do it with each other, I think it's exciting.
The Wisconsin men's basketball team needs to get off the schneid. The Badgers, 11 games into the season, they haven't won a road game yet. They'll get another chance this week when they face Tennessee in Knoxville on Saturday, and they want to figure out what the deal is when they leave the friendly confines of the Kohl Center.
Honestly, we got to bring that same energy that we bring at home games to on the road, and this is a great test for us, a great opportunity, one of the top 25 teams in the country, and also with a lot of older guys and really, really talented and athletic guys.
84-year-old Canadian runner Roy Jorgen Svenningsson has a unique record, oldest person ever to run the Antarctic Marathon in Union Glacier near the South Pole. He did it in 11 hours, 41 minutes, 58 seconds, and he is crazy. One more break. We are back after this.
And last look at the 10-day forecast. Not as mild tomorrow, but still not bad in the low 40s. We're in the 50s Saturday with some rain and a whole bunch of it possible. And then we could see some snow showers as we head into Monday.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.